It feels like the entire NFL world has been talking about Justin Fields and his comments this week in regards to the coaching staff and his robotic play. Well, add Patrick Mahomes and former Bears head coach Matt Nagy to that list as they have some thoughts on Justin Fields, which I do want to share with you guys. So what is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports All back at it with another video talking, of course, NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, please do hit the subscribe button down below. That is the best way to support the channel. All right, so let's talk about this, people. Mahomes and Nagy were both asked about Fields, and honestly, folks, his comments have just taken kind of the NFL world by a storm here. Like, everybody's been talking about it. ESPN's been all over it. Mike Greenberg had a rant about it. Like, it's been the talking point, the main one on all the shows. And, I think it's interesting hearing other people's insight here. So Mahomes was asked about it in a press conference, and he basically said the following about Justin. Just trust your talent, trust your instincts. He's here for a reason. He's made a lot of big plays happen in the NFL and college, wherever he's been. So just trust in your instincts and then go out there and be the player you've always been, just not against us, hopefully. End quote. Nothing really crazy there, obviously, for Patrick Mahomes, but he understands as a player, you got to just, trust yourself and trust the talent that you have. And that's really what Justin was saying himself too, right? He's like, look, I know how to play this game. I've played it my entire life, and I've been trying to, just change up too much. And I got to just go back to playing free and ripping it, right? That's basically what Justin said. And Mahomes is, saying similar things here. And so I feel like, this is essentially player talk for it. So, I don't think there's anything there, but obviously I love the fact that he said not against us, hopefully, because obviously they're playing the Chiefs this week. Now, more interesting were the comments from Matt Nagy, former Bears head coach, who was asked about what an offensive coordinator can do to get the best out of a young quarterback. And so his comments were interesting. He said the following: "We live in this world of instant gratification. You see a lot of these young quarterbacks that come in that are forced to play and do well right away. These NFL defenses are so much different than college. You need to be able to adjust and adapt to the player and how they can grow, but you also have to be able to go through the highs and the lows together. It's in this league. It's not just Justin in Chicago. It's in this league in general. How do you do that and navigate through that, staying together and staying positive?" Now, Matt Nagy has all the experience in the world dealing with a young quarterback in Mitchell Trubisky, who was also the former quarterback here in Chicago. And, I thought, again, his comments were interesting as well. Sounds like a word salad, right? But no, he makes some good points here, right? There is a thing to instant gratification in the NFL. Just take a look at the starting quarterbacks this year that are rookies, right? Anthony Richardson, CJ Stroud, Bryce Young. Like, these guys are just expected to come in, boom, and you got to start right away. There are very few organizations that are like the Green Bay Packers, like the Kansas City Chiefs, where guys get to sit for years or even a year before they are thrust in the starting quarterback job. And so it puts these young quarterbacks in a position of pressure, and maybe they're not ready yet to produce. And so you have a lot of quarterbacks that ended up failing and flopping out. Now, at the end of the day, it's put up or shut up, right? Can he handle the pressure? Can he not? But there is something to be said about development. If you develop the quarterback and you are able to give them the proper time and you're able to give them the proper development, they will be better than a quarterback that doesn't. Situation is everything, folks. Everything. It's the reason why Eli Manning didn't want to go to a certain team and, basically said that he's not going to sign there. Like, there's people that know. Even Caleb Williams, his dad said, I'm not going to have my son come out this year if I don't like the team that's drafted number one, because situations more often than not make players. Talent does shine through, but situations definitely make players. And so to me, it's interesting to hear this, certainly with Matt Nagy, because, him dealing with Mitch and knowing that his whole, kind of career in Chicago was tied to Mitch, and Mitch not working out and him being stubborn about his offense. Like, Matt Nagy right now, it seems like, oh man, he's probably better than what we have right now with Matt Eberflus. But we got to remember how bad it was when Matt Nagy was here. But I'm just saying, it's interesting to hear these comments because Justin Fields is in such a weird spot right now where it feels like, hey, is it deja vu again? Going into the third year and you got all this pressure on you and you started off slow and people are saying, hey, instead of progressing, you're regressing. Like, Justin has to know that that is a scary thought, knowing that his future is on the line here. So again, that's just the nature of the beast. You got to be able to produce in the NFL. Very rarely will people care about the situation. They will just say, hey, did you produce or did you not? The nuance doesn't really seem to be there as much. And especially in Chicago, man, if you take a look at the entire Bears history, right? Is there a reason they couldn't find their franchise quarterback? Is it the quarterback? Is it the organization? Right? You can play this game all over, but development is just so important. Imagine if Justin Fields sat for a year or two and was able to be brought along like that. You know, maybe it would have been different. But yeah, at this point, no one really cares in terms of, you know, for Justin Fields and how the development is, because they just want him to produce. The fans do. You know, the coaches know that. Everybody knows that. And, you know, it's just the reality of the situation. So I just thought it was interesting to see these comments here from Nagy and Mahomes. I think they make some good points here, but overall, nothing really that I didn't know, or maybe you guys didn't either as well, but thought it was interesting to share. So let me know what you guys think about them. Leave a comment down below as always. Thanks for watching.